Hello and welcome back to I'm Bored and am Baking Again. And I'm Claire, nice to meet ya. Today we're gonna make a very easy recipe given that you have the right equipment. You're gonna make Oreo ice cream. Unfortunately, this recipe definitely requires an ice cream maker. So if you don't have one, it's gonna be kind of hard to make, but I got mine pretty cheap off Amazon, so maybe you could look into that, but with everything going on right now, probably not, so sorry in advance. The only flour I could find was this big. It literally says hotel and restaurant flour on it, so sorry hotels and restaurants, I have your flour. That's as heavy as like a small child. Okay, so this recipe is super easy to make. There's more prep and waiting than there is actually mixing anything together, so let's get started. So I based this recipe that I make off of this, the recipe I'm basing this off of is from the Cuisinart, which is the how to make ice cream little booklet. So for this, you have a cup and a half of 2% milk. I use this full container of 33% whipping cream, some vanilla, and some sugar, and that's it. So I'm going to take a cup and a half of my 2% milk, pour that in here, cup and a half, sure, in this. To this we are going to add 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, a half a cup, half a cup, and a quarter, so 3/4 of a cup total, perfect. And then you're just going to whisk that all together, so.
She owns a stand mixer. She's using the bowl for the stand mixer, and yet she's using a whisk.
You can also use a stand mixer for this. I've done that in the past. I just kind of find it's a waste of time. If you have a whisk, you're good to go.
I may stand corrected on this one, but do you want to hear about a waste of time? Try editing this video and watching you whisk this bowl.
I've gotten that somewhat mixed in. Now I'm going to add about a tablespoon's worth of vanilla, but again, I don't measure vanilla, I just pour it. So mix that in. Excellent. So now, in theory, it's supposed to be about 3 cups worth of fluid. So 1.5 cup each of the different types of milk and cream. I just pour an entire 473 milliliter container of whipping cream into this. I find it works out to be close enough to the cup and a half, and I don't like having whipping cream around because I never use it in anything else besides ice cream. So in this whole thing goes, which I know is disgusting, but it's also so good. Ooh. Excellent. So that I can recycle now. Boop, boop, boop. And now, just be careful when you're whipping this. There is whipping cream in here now, so it will get a bit thicker. The point is just to mix it so the sugar dissolves, not to make it thick like whipping cream. And yeah, that's basically it. That's a base for a very simple vanilla ice cream. I let this sit for about an hour in the fridge, and that just makes sure that everything in there really dissolves and there's no sugar at the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that while we prep the Oreos. They only had double stuffed Oreos at the grocery store I went to. Normally I would just have the normal ones, or even better, those small mini Oreos. They're great for this, but in trying times, we do what we can. And open these up. This is it. Literally, I just break them up into little pieces for the ice cream. Easy as that. Here we go. It's a bowl of crushed up Oreos. And we're just gonna wait for the hour for everything to set. So that's it. This is extremely easy. This, we just dump it into the ice cream maker and let it go for a while. That's literally it. So we'll be back in a bit. Okay, so while the rest of the ice cream is just kind of setting in the fridge, I figured I'd show you my ice cream maker. This I got off of Amazon. It's Cuisinart. It's just like a generic, cheap, easy ice cream maker. I don't think it was more than 50 bucks. Comes in multiple pieces. This is the device that spins it. This is the most important part, which is the bowl. You need to have the bowl put in the freezer for at least 24 hours before you make ice cream. I usually just keep mine in the freezer at all times. It needs to be really, really cold. The bowl goes on there. This is the stirring attachment. You just literally put it in, and then you put the lid on and twist, and done. And then it runs and doesn't. And that's literally it. It just spins in there and churns the ice cream. So I'm gonna get the ice cream out, put it in there and let it run, and we'll be ready to go pretty quick.
What you say?
Okay, so it's obviously the next day. I'm wearing different clothes. I've let it chill for over 12 hours, which is what I'd recommend, 12 to 24 hours in the freezer. So yesterday when it was fresh out of the machine, it was kind of more like a soft serve ice cream, but now it's definitely consolidated a little bit. You can see it's kind of more of like a regular ice cream consistency. Let's take a spoonful. Yeah, exactly like that. It's kind of more like regular ice cream. Makes like ice.
Pretty much makes like ice.
Let's try some. Cool. That's really good. Yeah, I'd say this is a 10 out of 10. It's so easy. Again, you can make it with so many different flavors to make it more, if you're not an Oreo person, anything else, but super easy if you have the equipment. Would highly recommend giving it a try. Great for kids to do too. And yeah, so let me know if you give it a try. Let me know any other different crazy flavors you end up making. And